Hey guys, it's Cooterz, and I'm going to show you a video on what I believe to be one of the best and easiest ways to farm Oni-Goroshi, as GGG did nerf the drop rate in 3.2.0. They made Uber Halak a lot harder, even though it does spawn now, I heard, before level 7. But overall, I think in total, last league, in 3.1, it took me about 6 to 8 hours, I would say, to get one Oni-Goroshi, which is quite a long time. And now what I've been hearing, I haven't done it myself yet, but what I've been hearing from multiple people is that it's been taking anywhere between 13 to 14 hours on a good run to up to like 24 hours straight of just farming, which is pretty crazy, pretty intense. I think one outlier said they got it in like 8 hours or 6 hours. If you can get it in 6 to 8 hours, it's definitely worth just, you know, making the characters and then running the Twilight Saran or whatever. But I'm going to show you what I believe to be one of the better ways. Maybe not so much the best way, but definitely a very good way, and that's just using the chaos recipe. So just to show you something real quick, I'm gonna run you know, a map really quick. Let me do this. This is just better. All right, let's put this on. Do a map. I'll run part of the map and just kind of show you what we're gonna do here. Obviously, we're just gonna go ahead and just kill whatever we have, or whatever we can run into. And all we're looking for here is just rare items. This is a level 70 map. So for those who don't know how the chaos recipe works, is basically you want to pick up all the rare items, and if you sell them to the vendor, you need to sell one of each item. What I mean by that is you need to sell a helmet, a weapon, or 2 weapons if it's a dual building thing. If it's a two-hander like this, you only have to sell in, the 2-hander. You don't have to sell in 2 two-handers. If it's a bow, you only have to sell the bow. You don't actually need the quiver. And then you have to sell 2 rings, an amulet, and the belt, the gauntlets, and the boots. So in total, if I didn't miss any of them, it's about 9 items if you use a two-hander. It's like I think 10 items, I guess, then if you're doing dual wield. So like I said, I'm just gonna pick up what I have here, and this is more just to show you guys. I already have a bunch of items laid out. It took me quite a while, but it definitely wasn't as long as how long it took me to farm Oni-Goroshi if it were to be a really bad time of like 20 plus hours. And the other thing too is that you can actually buy unidentified items up on the bulletin board and stuff like that, or ask around and trade, and people will sell you a whole tab of unidentified items for like a few C or something like that, depending. I think someone said they bought a tab full of like unidentified rings or something like that for 7C. And that makes it a lot easier because that's a lot of rings, or that's like 60, I guess, or I don't know how much does it fit in there, or 144, I don't know, whatever the size of the tab is. All right, so I'm not gonna do this whole thing, but let's go ahead and just farm a little bit more just to show you. I'm not gonna get everything that I need, but like I said, I have stuff stored off in my stash tabs. So it's a lot easier, obviously, if you have a faster farming character. This guy's more of a lab runner and boss killer. So my farming is definitely not efficient. But anyway, let's go back and just to show, I don't have any portal scrolls. I took them out. I forgot. Okay, let's just go back to the portal then, and I can kind of show you what you do at this point. So we're gonna go back to the portal, and then normally you would use these items. Actually, I can use these items. It's fine. So I have a weapon, a armor, a helmet. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll save this helmet off. Let me just move these out so it's a little bit easier. And then, I go here. I have a bunch of tabs dedicated. As you can see, I have a ton of things that I haven't sold yet. So I have my gloves, my boots, my helmet, or I already have a helmet, and I have armor. And then you need your weapons, and I have my weapons. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is extra. And then you need 2 rings, 6, 7, 8 amulet, and a belt. And then if you go over to Xana, they have to be at least item level 60 to 74. If they are 75 plus, you will instead get a regal orb map back. So here you go. Like I said, you can need a weapon, two-hander works really well. Armor, 2 wands, 2 daggers is very efficient too. Boots, helmet, gloves, amulet, 2 rings, and a belt, and you get 2 C back. And so all I'm going to do is basically keep on doing this. And yes, this obviously does take a long time. And yes, you can possibly sell something that is worth quite a bit of currency, but we're going to take that risk as we just really want, you know, the fastest way of getting this thing done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I will definitely speed up this process, and we'll get back to you when I'm done selling every single thing here. All right, guys, so sorry about that. My computer had some issues. We are basically now going to buy Oni-Goroshi. I farmed 60C. I had some in my inventory, so obviously you just keep on farming until you get to the point. It used to be 60C. These went up apparently to quite a bit. This is about 98. 90. I'm going to give them 98. This is asking for about 98C. But yeah, this is probably one of the better ways to farm any item, really. Oni-Goroshi, though, is quite a hard item to get just randomly because of the fact that it takes so long to farm. So that was 98C for the Oni-Goroshi. They've been going up really, really high in price recently. I don't know why, but maybe, you know, once they get, I think, up to maybe 2x, they might be worth the time to farm if it takes, you know, a long time if you have a slow farmer to go for the item itself. But like I said, that's the way I would do it, just because of the fact that you could end up getting other stuff along the way. You could end up getting unique items, unique rings, maybe for a lore weave now. There's just a lot of things that you can get that you normally can't get when farming Oni-Goroshi. When you're farming Oni-Goroshi, the only thing that can drop for you that's of any value is something like tabula rasa or possibly a unique ring, or, you know, a unique ring. But yeah, that's the only thing I can really think of that's really worth it besides Oni-Goroshi itself. So in this case, like I said, definitely better to just run maps, run the chaos recipe. Like I said, if you identify the items, you only get 1 C per. So I do think it's better to do the unidentified chaos recipe, so you get 2 C per, and just keep on doing that. And if you get anything along the way, that's great. You know, you can miss out. You could potentially get a ring that's worth 30 C by not identifying, but that's just a risk that you have to be willing to take. In the very beginning of the league, like the first day or two, it might not be worth doing this, but now that we're like a weekend plus, I feel like it's definitely worth checking out this and just kind of doing the unID'd recipe and just running the maps as you go on, leveling up your character, getting more items, and possibly getting other things that you wouldn't normally get, you know, running level 1 characters in Twilight's Round. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully this helped you guys. Definitely try it out if you haven't already. And let me know in the comments below if you guys like the chaos recipe, if you guys use it still, and if you think there's a even better way of doing it. But I think this is a pretty good one. All right, guys, thanks for checking out the video. Hit that bell notification up there, the icon. It'll let you know when I put a new video out. I try to put new videos about every other day, something like that. And I've been doing pretty well with that. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check me out on twitch.tv/Cooterz for my live streams. And do remember to do big, do good, do you, and I'll see you guys next time.